If you're an Xbox console first or only gamer, the 9th generation has not been the most transparent for you. First, you were sold on hopes that the Xbox Series X would run at 40 to 50 frames higher than the PlayStation 5. Then you were told that the Series S at 300 USD would also outperform the PlayStation 5 in key areas, adding unparalleled value to pulling the casual gamer into this fantastic ecosystem, right? And you were told that the purchase of studios was to secure games exclusively for Game Pass, for you to play on your console and enjoy that on your console as well as wherever else Game Pass was, and to play those games day and date. All these promises in tandem sold you on a vision in which your $300 to $500 purchase would come with and maintain advanced perks, making your purchase specialized and all the more worth it. Well, in the words of the late great Charlie Murphy, wrong. Xbox is splitting hairs performance-wise versus PlayStation 5. The Series S has become a bottleneck for devs, including Xbox's own internal ones. And Game Pass exclusivity has gone the way of the dodo bird, with the console tier being flatlined for newbies the moment interesting games appear to be coming to the service. Is there any use of that Xbox console you have anymore? The answer is yes, but with caveats. We tackle all this in the next installment of The Spiel, our gaming hot topic video series. This is going to be a special one. Let's get into it. What's up, people? What's up, people? What's up, people? It is your boy, MM2K of Geeks, Cloud Dosage, Hard Knock Digital Culture, you name it, I am there. And we're back again with another episode of The Spiel. This is where we talk about the latest and greatest in the video game hot topic sphere. And man, oh man, oh man, do we have a special one for you today. This one is titled Rant. Xbox gamers, keep your console relevant. But before we get into this one, do us a huge favor. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and rock those bells for notifications, please. So you know when we're dropping these doses. We appreciate all of y'all straight up. That is the truth. All right, now let's get into this one because boy, oh boy, oh boy. This is with the Xbox Civil War going on, which we're going to be talking about in the episode of NRO Podcast 68. If you're watching NRO Podcast 68 right now, you're in tune for a special treat as we cover this Xbox Civil War, and we cover this as part of that as well. If you're not watching NRO Podcast 68 and you're watching this as an a la carte video because we split it off, you're definitely going to want to do that. Wait till the end of this video. You'll see a card. It's going to direct you to that special episode where Cold Blood and I'm on the panel pretty much tear this one apart. All right. But with that being said, in order for you to understand what this use is of the Xbox console that still remains, we got to do two things. First, we got to tell you how we got here. Then we're going to give you the solution. And then after we do those two things, we're going to come up with our closing. All right. So how did we get here? First and foremost, the problem with Xbox this generation has been they failed in two key areas. Area number one is they failed with the console package. When they were trying to tell you that this console package between Xbox Series S and Series X was so fantastic and people would love it and adore it. And even Phil Spencer believed that because that's what he sold Satya Nadella and Satya's assistant at the time in a now public email via the ABK trial, FTC trial. Two key things were flawed there. Number one, the Xbox Series X, I feel like if it was by itself, would outperform the PlayStation 5 routinely. But you can't have a situation with the Series S being a bottleneck, and that happens. You should already know that. They should have known that. They didn't learn. Mistake number one was basically they didn't learn from the Xbox One era. Now, with the Xbox One era, it wasn't Phil Spencer's fault because the Xbox One X didn't perform as well as it looked on paper. What had happened was, because it was a mid-gen refresh, they had to include all of the games that came prior to the mid-gen refresh. That means supporting the games that were made for the original Xbox One that were developed with the SRAM. See, the Xbox OG, well, the original Xbox One, its bottleneck was the SRAM, because what Xbox was trying to do was try to come up with an efficient way for it to play games and run all this multimedia stuff. That's what hurt the Xbox when it came to power. And Phil said, well, we're going to get rid of that SRAM, which was a wise move, but it was to no avail, because even though the box was more powerful, you really couldn't extrapolate the power of that box because it had to accommodate the games as they were being built with the SRAM, right? So you would think Phil Spencer, already having that heartburn, would say, okay, we are not going to have multiple boxes where our most powerful box is hamstrung from the potato, right? And he originally was on the right path. They were going to have xCloud be your entry level or your cheap way to get into 9th generation gaming through Xbox. And then you if you wanted a native console, you would get an Xbox Series X. However, when they saw what Stadia was capable of as far as fidelity, performance, and latency, they scrapped those plans. Brad Sams talks about this in a now privated video. And we talk about this with our members way back when, in a now privated video, where he had discovered that a lot of developers had gone to Xbox and said, hey, if you do this, where you have this weaker console in the Series S, it was called Lockhart at the time. If you have Lockhart with this bottleneck in the RAM, then we're just going to scale up from whatever we do with the Series S, meaning that all that power, all that headroom that's produced in the Xbox, it will not be realized at all, right? Xbox said, we don't want that. So our entry-level solution is xCloud, and then they saw Stadia, and then they brought back, because they canceled Lockhart, and then they brought it back. So that was faux number one. Faux number one is not really having a good entry-level way to get in here. I think what they should have done is they should have just done with what PlayStation did. PlayStation, what they did was wise. They just took the hit in the console production and said, look, we're going to give you $100 cheaper console. We're going to do that by just taking out the disk drive bay. Now, taking out the disk drive bay doesn't award them an extra $100 off the bat, but what it does is it eliminates the possibility of there being trades, physical copies being traded or whatever. You got to buy strictly from the digital store. And then what PlayStation did is they stopped selling digital games in retail places. You can only get digital codes for points, but if you wanted a digital game, you had to get it directly from PlayStation, meaning they didn't have to share any of the revenue. So Xbox may have not wanted to go that far, but I think what they wanted to do was probably come up with a console relatively close in power, not with this RAM bottleneck, relatively close in power to the Series X. Just take away the hardware bay, you know what I'm saying, and then get the fruits of the labor back in the software sales and you know what I'm saying, in the digital purchases, and not have to worry about physical copies and then copies being resold and them not getting any of that revenue, right? Faux pas number two is they did not make Game Pass lucrative enough. Like, all this would have been pushed by Game Pass. Like, everybody would have jumped on Game Pass and said, oh my gosh, you know what I'm saying? This is the value. I get all these wonderful games for $10.99 a month. And then this console's only $300. This is great. So not only did they really put themselves in a bind with the console, but they didn't make Game Pass lucrative enough for the average gamer. Because why? Because they themselves didn't curate great games. Like, we're in year 4, year 5, right, of the generation, and now they got games that people are like, I'm interested in that. Like our own Cold Blood Sensei's talking about, he's interested in Avowed. I mean, look, and I'm interested in Stalker 2. This is like I said, 4 or 5 years after the fact. Where was this stuff at the beginning? Where was that? So they didn't have enough stuff in Game Pass to where outside of the pandemic, people would keep coming and buying a swath full of consoles during the pandemic, after the pandemic. Xbox saw its heights in console sales this generation. It gave the illusion that it could compete because there weren't enough PlayStation 5s out there, simply put. If there were plenty of PlayStation 5s, this thing would be, at the beginning, this thing would even be worse. It would be even more abysmal. All right? So that's where they messed up. Here's the solution now, because what's happened is now that Xbox realizes they messed up in their strategy all the way around, they're now trying to abandon the console. They stripped away the console tier for new people, like we said in the bumper. They've stripped away the console tier for new people when they finally start getting games that could bring people to Game Pass. Call of Duty Black Ops 6 is coming day and date to Game Pass. That's a huge deal. So they've raised the price of Game Pass, and then for console gamers only, they stripped away day and date access. They're now running ads, more ads than they are for the console. You don't need a console. They're running these ads with Fire TV. You don't need a console. And they know that xCloud isn't the best performance. They're not dumb. They see what other cloud services are doing, right? They don't care. That's how bad they want to get people away from the console or from console expectations, right? Because there is a solution for your console, but it's going to take some understanding with you and some patience and the caveat. If you're that diehard of an Xbox fan where you have to play on Xbox, here's what you got to resign to. Number one, they are moving away from the console. So it is in your best interest. It is vital that you buy no more console games native on the Xbox, because Sarah Barnes running an exploratory committee right now to try to figure out what to do with their new Xbox, with the Xbox games when they move over to this new device or this new hardware that's likely not going to run like a console. It's just going to be a box to either stream you PC games, or you can natively play PC games on a handheld that maybe you can dock and play on the TV. They are moving away from the isolated guardrailed console format. So to make that transition less painful for you, because there might be games that don't transfer over or whatever, through this exploratory committee, to just eliminate that risk, stop buying games natively on the Xbox. Well, you may be saying, well, hold on, MM2K, if I stop buying games natively on the Xbox, then how can I play games on my Xbox? How can I play my Xbox games on my Xbox if I don't have Game Pass? Or how can I play third-party games? Here's what you're going to want to do. Xbox is already giving you the signal too. Get GeForce Now, particularly GeForce Now Ultimate. With GeForce Now Ultimate, you will have the ability to not only play your PC Game Pass games, which again, PC Game Pass is only $11.99, and you get Game Pass games day and date there. You get Xbox games day and date. Not only that, but you'll get a slew of the AAA games that come out. Like most of the big banger AAA third-party games come to GeForce Now, with the exception of Warner Brothers. I don't know what the heck is their problem, but whatever, screw them. But everybody else is coming to the platform, right? Last but certainly not least, GeForce Now is the best way to play your Xbox games. It's better than playing them natively. On the Xbox console, if you use the browser, you're gonna play your games, I believe, up to 1440p. The max is right now on via the browser, 60 frames per second, if not higher, consistently. And I'm talking about even better than your Series X. Better than your Series X. Like, I was showing people how to play Starfield 60 frames plus day and date via GeForce Now on their Xbox before Xbox even supported it natively. That is your holy grail through all this. A, get used to buying your games via PC, because that's what Xbox is pushing you towards. B, get GeForce Now. And right now, GeForce Now Ultimate is running a special. You can get 6 months of GeForce Now Ultimate, which is normally $89 every 6 months or $20 a month. You can get 6 months for $50. $50 for less than the price of a game. You can't beat that with a stick. So with that said, here's the closing. Xbox has made the unprecedented move of doing a full pivot mid-generation. This was only necessary due to the incompetence of the leadership. Nonetheless, if you must engage with Xbox primarily, don't fool yourself. They are out of the console game, and they're telling you, they're doing everything to tell you but tell you. So get with the transition, get your games on PC, and play via GFN Ultimate. If that is too much for your console blood, which I can understand, there's only one thing left to do. Get you a PS5. And if you decide to do that, which is a lot more simplified, if you do, I believe you won't be sorry. And that's it from your boy. Let me know what you think about all this in the comment section below, because like I always say, I'm curious what I think. But if you did like what I had to say, check out the links below to follow me. They'll lead you to Geeks, Cloud Dosage, Hard Knock Digital Culture, and here, MM2K Gaming. With that said, peace. Have a wonderful gaming day. If you're an Xbox console, what's up, people? What's up, people? What's up, people? We are back with a vengeance. It is your boy MM2K of Geeks, Cloud Dosage, Hard Knock Digital Culture, and MM2K Gaming, back again with your co-host, Cold Blood Sensei. He's just getting some things fine-tuned. He'll be in a second, literally in a second. But we are here with NRO Podcast episode 68. Yes. Yes, oh yes, oh yes. Everybody, we are live. Do us a huge favor. We got to get to them 10 likes, man. We got to get to them 10 likes. So hit that like button, please. I know we haven't been around or been consistent with gaming stuff. That's because my schedule's been crazy. I want to thank you guys for your patience. And then the news has been light. So, you know, when I was available, we just like played games and stuff like that. Definitely check us out on MM2K Gaming streams. Check out MM2K Gaming streams for the latest in gameplay as it relates to First Descendant and stuff like that, man. You can see me frustrate my homeboy Cold Blood Sensei because he was like, man, Moss, what the are you doing? But check us out over there in some beautiful 1440p 60v in the video GeForce Now. All right. So as everybody's piling in, you got to see my latest video. Here, let me do something real quick. Y'all got to see my latest video, which will be dropping later today, probably, or tomorrow. The reason why we're airing this episode so early, I'm opposed to doing it at 2 p.m. is I have a business meeting at 2 p.m. So we have to end this at 1 to make sure that I get there in enough time. I can't be late to this one. Last couple of ones, you know, I was just to attending the meeting, you know what I'm saying? And I really wasn't a main speaker or anything like that, but that this time around is different. So I got to get there, prep, all that other fun stuff. So, all right. That being said, we are here and we're going to be talking games. We got a slew of topics. First and foremost, the Xbox Civil War is like getting out of control here. I know these Xbots are salivating the best way they can because they're like, oh my God, everything is crumbling down on us. Oh God. Concord's not doing great. That's their only saving grace, right? But there is a civil war brewing. It's a little bit more quiet. But I've been paying attention to content. Other PlayStation trolls have been paying attention to it. And it's a much needed civil war. Like, one thing that I am I don't want to say I'm happy, but I'm pleased to see is that we're not seeing people say, we're not hearing, oh, the pony bots, the pony. We see some of the extremists out there get all upset, get all, hemorrhoid up at the sheer possibility of criticism towards Xbox. But everybody else is just going at it, man. They're going at it. And I love to see it. Cold Blood and I was just talking earlier. And it's a funny sight to see. Then in addition to that, we got PlayStation ChinaJoy, which I'm going to be honest with you. When PlayStation talked about its future showcases in 2024, I didn't give a damn. I'm like, we got what we're getting. We got bamboozled for this holiday season because of Concord. I'm tuning them out. I'm just gonna finish my backlog. You know what I'm saying? And I'm tuning them out until 2025, right? But then this ChinaJoy event came up, and there was a couple of games in there that are interesting. They're not gonna knock your socks. Well, they might. I don't know. To me, they're interesting, and I didn't know that PlayStation maybe had this in the bag. So we're gonna take a look at those games. But then in relation to PlayStation, last but certainly not least, we're going to look at this Concord versus Marvel Rivals battle. Yeah, man. Yeah, this looks kind of crazy here. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to talk about that as well. But before we get into all that, let's see what our homie Cold Blood is doing. Cold Blood, you back? You good, brother?
Yeah, bro.
What's been up, man? What's going on?
Oh, it's about 24 hours later, so not much changed since yesterday.
Well, you played some First Descendant, and I had to
Actually, I got a pay raise at my job, so.
Oh, you did? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
Well, that's good, man. Shit, you know what I mean? You can that's it. You can buy you a Fire TV and an Xbox controller now. You know what I mean?
Oh shit. Yeah, bro. Absolutely.
Support Xbox's move from the. I know that's the first thing on your list and shit. I didn't even have to tell you that.
I'm gonna get the. I'm gonna get this backbone for Xbox. To feel it for the phone.
Make gaming complete, right? Play on your phone. Yeah. Holy cow. Yeah. So I was joking around with them and telling them how I was frustrating the hell out of you with First Descendant yesterday. Geek to Sneak was in the chat cracking up. But I don't know nothing about the game, man. I was trying my best, you know what I mean? I was trying my best. But I'm gonna spend some more time with the game so I can get familiarized. So the next time we go in there, you're not like, kicking over your appliances and shit just because you got to play with me. So, and then we can get to the end. Oh, so you've beat the game. You're in the end game now, right?
You never actually beat the game. Like, at some point, you just get the hard missions that are all level 100.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And then you can do the bosses that are much higher level.
Okay. Interesting.
Because actually, the story ends on a cliffhanger. Like, who would have imagined that?
Well, it's not a complete story? Oh, what?
Absolutely not.
Shocking. Yeah, but I enjoy the game, and and I actually went back a little bit after I came home, and I played for a good 30 minutes just to look at my inventory and try to familiarize myself on Albion a little bit. And now some of it's starting to sink in with some of the shit you guys were telling me yesterday and so forth. Now I'm like, okay, all right, now this shit makes sense. Okay, so yeah, I'm getting there, man. I'm getting there. Did you play anything else or no? Just out of curiosity.
I played some Zenless Zone Zero.
Yeah, bruh, I gotta get into that, man. Oh, that looks so fucking good. You put me on it. I didn't even know anything about that game. Yeah, I gotta get that shit.
I would wait right now because
for real,
it's the content is just still not there. I mean the content that is there is quality. But this game needs time, like serious time. Like there's literally characters that you can't even upgrade to the max because they are not even with the updates there yet.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. So like, I mean, you can try it, sure.
Yep.
And you should, but don't expect a full game when you play it.
No, that's fine. You know what I'll do then in the interim is I might give it a try, but then I need to finish Grand Blue Fantasy, and I'm pretty sure there's some more shit in there too. So I'll do that. I got a humongous backlog. All right, y'all. So here's the thing: we want to start the show. Let's get to 10 likes. We got 10 people we got 13 people watching. Really. We got 13 people watching and only 6 likes. You guys have been good at this, man. What the Yosemite Sam fuck is going on here, all right? Let's get together, okay? 10 likes, we'll start the show because we don't have a whole bunch of time today to be fooling around. And we got a lot of, there we go. We went up one more. Let's just 3 more. Just 3 more. Again, we know that you guys will be lurking. Sean be exposing you cats. There we go. Another one. It's okay. I already gave y'all the speech, man. I don't care. I don't have no problems with anybody. You know what I'm saying? Whether we get along or, well, I mean, you get along with me in your mind because I don't have any issues with anybody. But whether you like me or not, you're enjoying the content, and that's fine. You're allowed to enjoy the content. I don't need. There's no you got to be my best friend test in order to enjoy the content. It's for everybody. So if you're enjoying the content, great, man. You just hit that like button so we can get that algorithm going, okay? Because if you like it, there's probably other people that hate me too, or don't like me in cold blood that that'll like it too. So come on, share our content with all of our haters, okay? That shit don't bother us. Okay. Yeah, so I played First Descendant. Did I play anything else? No. Oh, I'm lying. I played some Rise of Ronin. I liked the game, but man, for me, not for Cold Blood, because he's used to playing games like that. For me, there's a fucking learning curve. So yeah, I got to get past that learning curve because I'm the type to where if I feel like I'm not working the mechanic perfectly, I'm gonna keep working that mechanic. Like I can get through the game without me being able to. Well, no, actually, you can't beat that first boss unless your parry system is on point. But I can get through the game elsewise without my parry system being on point. I'm just I'm fanatical like that. So. So I played that Rise of Ronin, and you can play it too, even if you didn't buy it. If you're a PlayStation Premium member, all you have to do is go to PlayStation, look for the game, look for the demo, and you're good to go. So definitely check that out. I had some fun with it. Definitely had some fun with the game. All right. We just need 2 more. And we're almost there. There was something. Oh, we were, before we went live, we were talking Cold Blood. All right, we need 1 more. Before we went live, Cold Blood, we were talking about the PS Portal. I want to get your thoughts on that on the record. With these people that are talking that like the Asus ROG is a better remote player and shit than the PlayStation Portal. The Asus ROG is what, anywhere between $600 and $700, and the PS remote, which is just an accessory for you to play remotely, is $199. What are your thoughts on people trying to have that discussion? That that the Asus ROG is a much better it's a much better remote device than the PlayStation remote.
Well, if you paid $700 just to play remote, bro, that's not the W you think it is. Like,
yeah.
The Portal has one functionality, and that is to play fucking PlayStation games remotely. Nothing else, and it costs only that. It's a fucking controller with a screen, nothing else. Like literally, and a Wi-Fi connector, you know.
Yep.
Like this is all it is. With the ROG Ally, bro, if you don't play fucking games on it that are actually native, don't call it a W.
Yeah.
Like why in the fuck would you pay $700 for a cloud device?
Yeah. Doesn't make a lot of sense. But nonetheless, we got people out there talking like it's, like you said, like it's a big W. You know, oh yeah, I got this Asus ROG Ally, and you know, it's a better remote device. Who cares? It's like, okay, good for you. And if you paid $700 specifically for that reason, or primarily for that reason, even got your head beat with a cash register, so you're an idiot with money. All right, I'm not gonna tell people how to spend their money, but that's not a flex. All right, we got our 10 likes. I think we can move on and get started with the podcast. So again, we got to start off with the Xbox news of the day. And that news is centered around the Xbox Civil War. All right. So I want to play a video for you guys. This is from an Xbox podcast where our good friend of the channel, Doc Dark. Yes, we've been baiting you all freaking week because we want you to come on the channel and answer for your sins. Now we want to just rap to you on the channel about some things. I think it'll be great entertainment. But let's do this. I'm going to play this video, and Cold Blood and I are going to talk about it on the back end. This is Doc Dark. Again, Doc Dark, who has no ties to PlayStation gaming at all. He calls it trash. I mean, I personally think some of that is cap, but whatever, like what you like. But he says it's trash. He has no affiliation, no ties, no dedication to PlayStation gaming. He left console gaming for PC, then went back to console gaming. Now he's left again. Like the dude, he's going through it right now. My brother's going through it. And I can relate because I was going through it too. That's why I told him to stop playing the games, man. Just do what you need to do, brother. Get on if you gotta keep that box running, if you gotta waste your electricity with that box, as we told you in the video leading up to this podcast, to just use it as a stream box and get GeForce Now Ultimate. But for the premier console experience, if that's what you're looking for, Doc, for the premier console experience, get you a PlayStation 5, bro. But nonetheless, Doc was on this Pro Xbox podcast breaking down to everybody why he's not taking at face value anything that was said to Xbox about them caring about the console, because their actions speak otherwise. Let's play that for you guys. Let's pause this, and then Cold Blood and I will talk about it on the. Well, no, I got one more tweet, a funny ass tweet to show you. Then we're going to talk about both on the back end. So here we go.
Phil Spencer himself said that the Xbox is the primary to play, or the console is the primary to play.
Ray, you better stop, bro. Phil Spencer also told you that games are only coming to places where Game Pass can be played. And Hi-Fi Rush is not on Game Pass on PlayStation. Stop it, Ray. Come on. I know you know better.
Now, come on,
I don't know who the rest of your panel is.
Now, come on.
You're going to call Phil Spencer?
You talking about it. You talking about
I've watched you before, Ray. I know you know better. I don't know the rest of your panel, but I know you know better. You just quoted Phil Spencer, but he been lying to you left and right. Don't do this on your own show.
You talking about Phil Spencer is lying to us about a Hi-Fi Rush a year-old game going, right?
Oh, there you go. There's a caveat. Now you sound like a pony, bro.
Always because it's called business.
You sound like a pony right now. You sound exactly like a pony, bro. Come on, Ray. Don't do.
Yeah, you haven't answered the question.
Why is it more? Why do you play more games and get more games on console than PC? If the place that you're saying is the primary place is PC, why do you get 200 less games on PC? If that's the primary place,
I'm gonna slow down so you can listen. I don't know why there's more games on console. I don't know why there's more games on console than on PC.
Because it's the primary place to play. That's why.
What the fuck?
You guys
like to play.
Okay, stop. Here's checkmate, and that's it. I'm gonna leave because you guys are tripping right now. Xbox has a commercial that says no console required. No console required.
What the fuck?
No console required.
Because they have fire.
They don't care about you.
They
don't care about the console gamer. No console required, dog.
So if Xbox didn't have no console guys, right? Would it still be Xbox?
Dog is spinning, bro.
right now, if Xbox didn't have one console, like all of us said, no, we're not playing on console, would there be an Xbox business?
Hey, yo. Doc is actually in the house. Hey, Ice Queen Gaming. We got a Doc. I don't know. You're probably at work. I was going to try to sneak you in the panel if you wanted to kind of talk your point, because I don't think this video does you justice and lets you explain your point. I did see your tweet, Doc, where you were like, I apologize for saying Xbox doesn't care, but I feel like you were being facetious. But even Doc, right? He said that was crazy. Yeah, even Doc, and I don't know if Doc, you heard me say leading up to this video, Doc has no affiliation with Xbox. I mean, with PlayStation Gaming. I reminded the listeners that you called it trash, right? Even though I called cap on that, bro, but that's okay. That's okay. I'm gonna let you ride on that one. You you've been on the record saying PlayStation Gaming is trash. You've done everything that you could in your power to not have to rely on PlayStation. You went from Xbox to PC, then back to Xbox. Then I got word that you went back to, that you got another PC, which I need to talk to you about that, Doc. So we got to get you on the show. If not today, we got to get you on the show at some point in time, because I gotta give you some lashes over that. Because I don't know why you're messing around with native gameplay when you should be on GeForce Now Ultimate. He says, send me the link. I might be able to hop in during lunch. Okay, all right. Well, you're already in the Discord, but hold on. Let me, yeah, because we got you in the Discord before. Let me send you a link to where you could. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. All right, we're gonna get Doc on here for a minute if he can grace us with his presence. This will be fantastic. All right, so we're gonna get you in general. Come on. You're gonna slide in on the general. Copy link. Okay, and then here I go, Doc. I'm gonna find you. My own man. There we go. Okay. So Doc, that's the link to our general tab. Just let me know if or when you get a moment, you can hop in. I'll drag you down to where we're at right now. We can chat. But even Doc was like, look, man, I prefer Xbox, but I'm not falling for the shenanigans of the console gimmickry when they're telling you don't need a console. And so I just feel like that this Xbox Civil War cold blood is hilarious. Let me show you one more thing that me and you were laughing at too. And this dude right here. Now it's all fun and games with our good friend Doc. We always have good, fun going back and forth. This dude right here is scummy. And I know that because we have experience with him over on the Stadia side of things. He's been throwing stuff at the wall, trying to find out where he can belong or whatever. And now I guess he wants to be a PC dude, to where he's like, it just doesn't make any sense with this guy. He says, I'm leaving the console behind. I see where the industry is shifting. Xbox tells me no console is required. Publishers are starting to release physical on PC. PC has way more games than compared to Xbox. PlayStation is making a PC launch. I mean, where's the PC launcher? I don't know. I haven't seen the PC launcher. We can surmise and guess that a PC launcher is coming. But until we see it, where's that? Developers are making it a priority to be verified on Steam for Steam Deck PC handheld. So now he's now all of a sudden he's leaving the Xbox console. Now he's trying to steal your steeds, Doc. Kareem is trying to steal your steeds. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Doc. If you can't make it today, don't worry about it. Because what I really want to talk to you about, it has something to do with the bumper video. The bumper video addresses what people that have an Xbox console can do with their Xbox to still keep it relevant for them. And so I want you to listen to that, bro. I made that video with you in mind because I feel like you're torturing yourself. It's like, I don't know if you down with the Gravediggers, hip hop group with RZA from Wu-Tang. And there's this one song where they talk about torturing themselves. I feel like you're torturing yourself, bro. Like you, if you got an Xbox, instead of handling and dealing with it as a native machine, why not get GeForce Now Ultimate and play GeForce Now Ultimate use it as a streaming box? Because that's what Xbox is trying to turn it into. They're trying to turn the current hardware into a streaming box. They already have A/B testing that was exposed where they're testing in certain regions a button that'll take you to GeForce Now Ultimate games that have nothing to do with Xbox. Like, for instance, Street Fighter 6, Cold Blood. Street Fighter 6 isn't in Game Pass. And if you want to play it on GeForce Now Ultimate, you got to get the Steam version. So they're already pointing you to different stores. So they're trying to convert this into a stream box already. So why not get ahead of the curve? Don't keep buying games natively, because remember, Sarah Bond is trying to utilize that exploratory committee. They don't even know what they're going to do yet. They don't even know what they're going to do yet, Doc, with your games that you've built up in your console library, because they're going away from the console. They don't even know what they're going to do yet with those games. So why keep adding to the list of games that they don't know what they're going to do yet? And you got to think about it. If they run an emulator, what are they going to do with the games that you bought on the disc? How are they going to verify that? Are they going to give you codes? Okay, well, they might be able to give you codes for Xbox games, but how are they going to get third-party developers to be okay with that? See, you got to look at this from 5,000 feet. That's why I said, just stop the bleeding now. Use your Xbox as a stream box. It has 120 hertz and all these capabilities in it. Your GeForce Now will bling on that box. I remember rapping to Jay Fonzarelli and them, Woolly Gaming, and showing them how they could play Starfield. I know you can get Starfield 60 frames per second natively now, but you couldn't get it at launch. And I showed them how they can use GeForce Now on their Xbox Series X and get 60 frames per second the week of launch. Look, simply put, GeForce Now Ultimate is the best way to play your Xbox games, period. And while GeForce Now Ultimate has that sale, 6 months, $50, Doc, that's right up your alley, bro. I'd be loading up on that, man. Like, don't stop torturing yourself, man. That's what I wanted to talk to you about. With that being said, Cold Blood, let's get right into it, man. What are your thoughts on this Xbox Civil War, bro? Like, how crazy is it and how funny is it to you, and why?
So, well, how we feeling about Kareem leaving?
Y'all heartbroken, Doc, that Kareem I ain't gonna throw Doc in the middle of that.
Nah, I think Doc doesn't even know who that is.
I hope he doesn't. That'd be good for him, man. I do. He's a piece of work, man. And I don't talk negatively, Cold Blood, about people unless I know what they've done personally. But let me shut up and I'll give the floor to you. What are your thoughts?
So, we are finally at the stage where most of these bots left. Like the most hardcore bots.
Yep.
Most of them left.
Yeah.
They said, fuck the Xbox. Mm-hmm. It's not fucking worth it anymore.
Yeah.
Let me be the PC refugee, bro.
You said they coming in on the boat, waving the water and shit, trying to come in on the boat. Yeah, man.
Yeah. They're the illegal aliens over there now. On PC.
Oh, shoot. Oh, man.
Because they have no documentation on
no documentation.
Experience from PC. It's gonna be funny if all of them end up like Doc, bro.
Bro. And Doc, we're not laughing at you. I'm laughing with you, cause bro, that's how me and Cold Blood met. I was in your shoes that you ran into with the PC. Like Cold Blood, he was laughing it. Now Cold Blood had more experience. He was laughing his ass off. I'm sitting there on the other end, man, I can't get 60 frames. I'm like, my PC was going berserk. And Doc was like, Cold Blood was like, come on, man, just calm down, man. I was on the verge of having a mental breakdown online. So I know where you coming from, bro. I'm just telling you. Stop torturing yourself, man. Stop torturing yourself. But Cold Blood is 1,000% right. Oh man. We got Cree86. He says Xbox Civil War. You mean among social media personalities? Nah, Cree, in my opinion, and Cold Blood, you tell me what you think. I really do think that. No, Cree. I'm sorry, Cree86. Shout out to Cree. Said Xbox Civil War. He said, you mean among social media personalities? I personally think that it's even bigger than the social media personalities. I think gamers are just upset. They're like, hold on. I was told that Xbox was going to do this, that, and the other. Like I talk about in my video. What were the promises? I said first, you were sold on the hopes that the Xbox Series X would run 40 to 50 frames higher than the PlayStation 5. Then you were told that the Series S at $300 would also outperform the PlayStation 5 in key areas. And then you were told that with the purchase of all these studios, that this was to support games exclusively to Game Pass and could exclusively wherever Game Pass would be at. And that led you to believe that this $300 to $500 purchase would be special. Like you paying a lot of money up front for this game device, but you're getting a lot of specialization because of that game device. And all that specialization has been thrown to the wayside. Series S is a bottleneck. It isn't about exclusives for Game Pass anymore. And the Xbox Series X is splitting hairs with the PlayStation 5. We just had the game, that we're playing constantly now, First Descended. It's like what 20, at least 20 frames above, and a lot of Xbox people are playing the game, but they're getting the better performance out of PlayStation. That's not supposed to be happening. I'm getting a better performance out of my $400 PlayStation 5 digital than Doc would get out of his 500 Series X.
Doc, can you list the top 3 things that piss you the fuck off about Xbox?
He said I had to move the PC.
I want to know what rubbed them so hard the wrong way.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it that games go to PlayStation. That one is clear.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And Cree, brother, that was a great comment. By the way, that was a great comment. Me personally, I feel that a lot of, particularly the 40 to 50 frame deltas thing, man. When people saw that and now see that they're splitting hairs, they're upset. It's not used to full potential.
So 30 FPS.
30 FPS, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Those are all the antithesis of the promises that you were given. I remember while Doc is typing it up, I remember when GameIndustry.biz put out an article, and it had Sarah Bond. He said, okay, 2 Game Pass, PC Game Pass has more. Yeah, bro, that's a kick in the teeth. That's a kick in the fucking teeth right there. And that's why tell me if I'm wrong, Doc. I don't know your relationship with the people on that podcast, because I've never heard of that podcast before. I don't know what your relationship is with them, but I could tell that, even though it may have been friendly banter, that you were frustrated. Correct me if I'm wrong. That frustration was due to this the PC Game Pass thing is like the straw that breaks the camel's back. Like, how can you defend that? That's indefensible. And he says, 3, the Series S has more value than the X. I feel cheated as an X. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that.
So, all the lies they told you, that's not an issue to you?
Well, I think that's what he's saying.
Because in my opinion, you've been lied to since the beginning of the generation. Like that should be your number 1 top spot. Like, Phil Spencer should be fucking fired. That'd be the first step.
I think that,
or first complaint.
Well, yeah, but I think that's inherently embedded into all these things. He's like, he believed Phil Spencer about the Series X. He believed Phil Spencer about Game Pass. He believed Phil Spencer about the Series S. Because Doc, I don't know if you caught this part here. I'll play it again. Let me play it again. The clip starts off talking about Phil Spencer lied to you. Doc says that. Let me play that part again. Hold on, let's go back and play it again. He very coherently goes.
What do you mean? Why do most games?
Phil Spencer himself said that the Xbox is the primary to play, or the console is the primary to play.
Ray, you better stop, bro. Phil Spencer also told you that games are only coming to places where Game Pass can be played. And Hi-Fi Rush is not on Game Pass on PlayStation. Stop it, Ray. Come on. I know you know better.
Now, come on.
I don't know who the rest of your panel is.
Now, come on.
You're going to call Phil Spencer?
You talking about it. You talking
Ray,
about
I watched you before, Ray. I know you know better. I don't know the rest of your panel, but I know you know better. You just quoted Phil Spencer, where he been lying to you left and right. Don't do this on your own show.
See that? He got on him. He said, you going to quote Phil Spencer when he's been lying to you left and right. So I got to give Doc credit there. I got to give him credit there. And it seems like the irony is, Doc, they got your video up, Xbox Hate Console Gamers, and they were like trying to pick it apart and go at you. This is crazy. He said, let's put the comments up here. So let's put it back up here. 1, the Xbox Series X. And let me do it this way, because it's not cool. The Xbox Series X, not used to the full potential. PC Game Pass has more features and cheaper than the Xbox. And 3, the Xbox Series S has more value than the X. I feel cheated as an X owner. Games going to PlayStation doesn't bother me. Oh,
Dog, we all hate fucking Redfall. that shit, bro. Nah. And you had the balls to ask $70 for this shit? Like, seriously. Yo.
But Doc, let me ask you a question about, not to decipher, but
wait. Doc, wasn't it funny when they released Redfall? They said 60 FPS is coming on the damn box. They made a sticker for this shit, bro. Coming later with an update.
They took a Pikachu sticker, put it over the Xbox. Y'all some nuts, bro. Y'all the richest company in the world. Y'all took a goddamn Pikachu sticker and put it over to 60. Put it over to 60 frames per second and put they put on the Pikachu sticker and put it over 60 frames per second. That's crazy. Doc, let me ask you a question too. You said games going to PlayStation doesn't bother you, and that's fine. But my question for you is, for those that it did bother, can you understand why it bothered them? Because this is something I get a lot of pushback on. Because if you're a console gamer, a lot of it is down to choice. Like, everybody's not fortunate like you and I in Cold Blood. That's why we're content creators, because we can get all this shit, right? Like, you can go get the PC and turn the motherfucker back, and then like, oh no, I'm going back. Oh no, I'm getting another one, and all that. Like, a lot of people got to make a decision down to just like one platform. And so I know there's a lot of gamers that sat there and was like, damn, I really prefer Xbox, but shit, that PlayStation looks good, man. But I prefer the Xbox games. It's a tough decision, but I'm gonna go to Xbox, right? And I can imagine those people that spent $300 to $500 now looking, and they're like, particularly the people that spend $500 like you, and they're looking and they're like, hold on. Now these games are coming to PlayStation? I could have got these Xbox games and these PlayStation games if I would have spent my $500 over there. So I wanted to get your thoughts on that. Do you think that's an understandable gripe with a lot of Xbox console gamers who are now upset and now leaving the platform? But while he thinks if he's not, I know we act like Doc ain't work. We're eating good at PlayStation. I am now playing the first Descendant and it looks amazing. Yeah, it does look good now on PlayStation. Ice Queen Gaming says Phil Spencer needs to go. Yeah. Xbox guys believe in lies for over a decade. Need to save money for marketing. Yeah, it's what it was, and we're gonna talk to Mag about that too, y'all. Yeah, our first interview. How about we'll do this? Our first two interviews will be Mag and Doc. Shit, we might get both of them on this. That would be the shit. Might get both of them on the same podcast. Mag from now I'll give them their own space so they can, own talk their own shit. Because I don't want to make it seem like we're just trying to make headwaves. I got two Xbox people, talking shit here and there on Xbox. No, we're not going to do that. I'm going to give Doc his space. I'm going to give Mag his space for them to talk their shit. You know what I'm saying? About their experiences, good and bad, with Xbox. We'll just pick their brain. We'll pick their brain. Doc knows how I do interviews. I told Mag, I don't do no gotcha shit. It's about, I might have a follow-up question or whatever, but it's about making sure that everybody gets informed from somebody else's perspective. But yeah, and Doc, I'm gonna put you on the spot. One last question, bro. If you can answer this, or if you haven't stepped away or whatever. Do you think it's time? No. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna ask you now, and we'll follow up later. Do you think it's time for Phil Spencer to go? And again, you're saying this
isn't yes. Then he is not being truthful with us.
You said you saying if his answer is yes?
If it isn't yes.
Oh. Well, he may not. He may not think it. I don't know. To me, it was evident that Phil Spencer had to go years ago. But I mean, he may think that he doesn't need to go. I will want to know why, but that's my question. It's like, do you feel that Phil Spencer needs to go? And my question would be why he wouldn't need to go. Because this was the generation that was supposed to put Xbox back on the map, right? There were so many promises made. Like comments that we know courtesy of our homie Tim Dog. We know stuff was greenlit. Like Tim Dog pretty much told us in so many words that 40 to 50 frames delta bullshit, that whole mantra, because I was like, what the fuck does that even mean, bro? 40 to 50 frames delta? Like, that sounds like some character off a Tron movie or some shit. Like, what is that? we got to defeat the 40 to 50 frames delta. I was like, what is that? But listening to the homie Tim Dog, he said that phraseology came during a meeting that they had with Xbox influencers. That whole 40 to 50, I knew it came from some bull. So again, they fly people out, get them some caviar or give them some lunch meat, whatever it is that they gave them, and they be strategizing about how they could spin news and spin information to you, the listening public. And unfortunately, a lot of you just gobbled up. What'd you say?
I think Doc is gone.
Yeah, he might be gone. Yeah, he said it was busy. And that's cool.
But hey, we got his 3 reasons for not liking Xbox right now. And the 2 out of those 3, I absolutely understand.
Mm-hmm.
Like the one with PC Game Pass, like, I mean, as a console player, do you really care that much?
That there's no more day and date? Oh hell yeah!
oh no. I'm talking about Ultimate because you want to play online, right? Like, I don't give a shit about the console tier right now.
It depends.
I mean, as an Ultimate subscriber, why do you care that much?
Yeah, it depends. Yeah, personally, if you are an Ultimate subscriber, that isn't the tell all be all for you personally, but it's another lie. And you may be lying about something that has nothing to do with me on Monday, but by the time we get to Thursday, you might have told 5 different lies. So if I excuse that lie, then you're eventually going to tell a lie that's going to hurt me. Just like the famous saying about they got the butcher, they got the barber, and I can't remember exactly how it goes. But yeah, you excuse something because it's not affecting you today. At some point in time, it's going to affect you. So I can get that. And then you got to think about it like this too, Cold Blood. There are certain things that are not for you, but help strengthen a platform. Like, I don't give a fuck about indie games. Let's keep it real. I'm gonna be 1,000. Nothing against indie games. I have nothing against them. I don't care about them. But I know the importance it is of having a strong indie library. It expands your footprint, and it only makes my platform stronger. So yeah, go ahead and have that. Yeah, go have Yoshida pick out some cool indie games, right? So a lot of people want to see that type of stuff. They want to see good things happening for stuff that they're not necessarily into, as long as it doesn't mess up their thing, because they know it strengthens the platform and it makes them more comfortable in the platform stability. And they're like, oh, okay, yeah, this is the platform that I'm going to buy into because they're a lot more stable and they seem like they're going to be around a lot more. So. But yeah, that all to me, like, and we talked about this too. Personally, console Game Pass doesn't mean shit to us. Will never mean shit to us. Why? Because for the rest of our existence on this planet, I think it's fair to say that you and I will never buy an Xbox console. That's not happening, right? Somebody may gift one to us. That's different. Like I've even had people offer to buy me an Xbox console and I've turned it down. That's how bad. What'd you say? An Xbox?
Like what do I need an Xbox for as a PC gamer?
Yeah. Yeah.
Or a PlayStation gamer.
Or a PlayStation gamer.
Like there is really no reason, because all the AAA games are coming out on PlayStation. Like.
Yep.
If there was exclusives,
yes,
just like PlayStation has them, like fucking, I don't know, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth being exclusive to Xbox, bro. Yes, I would immediately go out and buy a fucking Xbox, and right that second, bro, when they announce that shit. But Xbox has no fucking games that I would run out and buy a console for. No.
None at all. There's just no point.
And I'm sorry, but Game Pass just doesn't do it for me to have it on a console. Like, I got it on PC.
Yep. Yeah, there's no need for me to have Game Pass on console. Like you said, I have PC Game Pass. Where PC Game Pass has always been cheaper since its adoption.
No, let's be real. Even if there was no Xbox whatsoever on PC, yeah, and was just on console, I would still not get it. Like that, no. It's just not worth $500, bro.
No, it's not. No.
Or the $300 for the fucking Series S.
No, it's not even yet. Yeah, I think a lot of people bought into that at first, and that's why you had Xbox winning NPDs at first at launch because of the pandemic. People were like, oh, I need shit to kill time. I can't get a PlayStation, and there's this Xbox thing that will give me a shit ton of games for $10 a month. That was perfect for the pandemic, but it was an illusion. It was an illusion because it made people think that this was going to be the future for Xbox, and anybody that understands the gaming specter knew better, knew that this wasn't going to be sustained. Not at all. So, that's my only suggestion is that don't be like these guys that are battling Doc. They're not embedded in reality. Like I heard someone say to the point, why is there more console games on Game Pass than there is on PC Game Pass? Number one, console Game Pass been out since 2017. What the hell are you talking about? They've been building their library since 2017, and most of those games are a bunch of fizzle, chisel, tizzle popper, right? To where if I'm an indie developer and I want to get on Xbox, it only makes sense for me to get on Game Pass, right? I can get some money up front. If I'm an indie developer and I'm on PC, I don't need Game Pass. I got Steam. Where's dogpiled with junkware, shovelware, and sometimes this shovelware makes money. Look at Banana. So Steam is the home of shovelware success. I don't need Game Pass on PC. See, that argument makes it sound like that there are 300 to 400 AAA games outside of Xbox on PC. No. There's a shit ton of fizzle chisel. There's more chisel tizzle pizzle poppers on console Game Pass than there is PC. Why? Because of the length of time that they've been building that library. They've been building it for 7 years versus PC Game Pass that came out 3 or 4 years ago, if even that. But what's very clear is that despite a fictitious number in the library, despite that, they are moving you away from console. There has been more advertisement this year for what? You don't need a console than there has been for you to buy a console. The only time we saw an ad for the Xbox console was at the summer showcase when they showed you the 3 goofy ass looking consoles that are coming out this year. And you can tell they don't give a damn because they're charging $649 for one. Who in their right fucking mind, unless they got money to burn out their ass, who in their right mind is paying $650 for a fucking Xbox? A digital one at that, right? I don't even think that one comes with a disc bag. I could be wrong. Unless you got money to blow, you wipe your ass with $500 bills. Nobody in their right mind is buying that shit. So, but I just think it's comical that this civil war even exists. Xbox gamers deal with it. Xbox is converting away from the console. Now we can talk about if that's a good move or a bad move. We can talk. That's a separate discussion. But they're undoubtedly doing it. All right. Well, that's our conversation on the whole Xbox part. Just felt like sharing that with you guys. Thought it was funny, very comical. Me and Cold Blood got a chuckle out of that. Let's talk about the PlayStation news. PlayStation is doing this ChinaJoy event, right? Cold Blood. And at first, I just blew it off. I was like, yeah. Okay, they're just introducing shit that we've already know about to China. Like, who cares? But it doesn't seem like that's the case. Let me show you guys this. So this is an article from Yahoo Tech. It says PlayStation ChinaJoy 2024 lineup includes new action-adventure games and RPGs. PlayStation announced 3 new games that will be showcased at the upcoming ChinaJoy Expo in Shanghai. All 3 games are supported by Sony's China Hero Project, launched in 2016. The project is Sony's mentoring and support program for Chinese game studios. What is PlayStation showing at ChinaJoy? It says it will include the action game adventure Lulan and the action RPG Unending Dawn and Project Genuway, I know I butchered that, developed by Chili Room. It features exploration, puzzle solving, and realistic cold weapon combat, according to a machine translation provided by Gamatsu. All right, so this is Unending Dawn. I saw this yesterday. Let's take a look at this. I thought this was very interesting looking. I don't know what Cold Blood thinks, but we'll see. Okay, so let's check this out right now.
只有一个神明值得敬拜，那就是行于世间的我们自己的信念。
So that's the first game, and Jenna, the game is called Unending Dawn. And that's the first game coming out of the ChinaJoy project that we just heard about. All right, Muhammad, I see your questions. I'm gonna get to them in 1 second. The next PlayStation game at ChinaJoy is Parquet's Fate Studios Project Gen Y. This is the second game. Let's take a look at this.
咱们这样的痕迹，一路上人吃马嚼，总会留下手尾。你那帮鹰犬的手段，要么当咱们是杂草不管不问，要么咱们喝酒这功夫就得被绣春刀砍了脑袋。
关个门拦得住吗？伪证府司办案，交出来。
So that's Project Genuine. I know I butchered that. That's it, man. Hey, but Muhammad, I'm gonna get to your questions. Trust me. Just give me a second because I got to go to my brother Cold Blood and get his thoughts. Cold Blood, what do you think about those two games? Uh-oh. I thought Cold Blood was here.
No, so sorry, which ones?
Did you see the ChinaJoy games, the Unending Dawn and Genuine? We just played them. You probably didn't even get a chance to see them yet. There are two new games.
Unending Dawn looks garbage.
What?
Yep. Looks like a mobile game.
I'm gonna play that again. He said garbage. Oh, no,
yeah, that's a mobile game, bro. At best, free to play mobile game. And what was the other one?
The Gen Y, I think it is.
That one looks at least like a console game. But
yeah, no, this one.
I don't know.
This one is
that supposed to be tangible or something?
I mean, this one is like platform console. It's iOS and PlayStation.
iOS?
It still looks good. Shit, Grand Blue Fantasy is a mobile game.
Well, I think this looks better than Unending Dawn. Unending Dawn looks like a mobile game, like for real.
Well, Genuine. It is. Yeah, it's coming to iOS and PlayStation. It is a mobile game, but I mean, when you say mobile game today, it doesn't have the same meaning. Like I said, Grand Blue Fantasy is a mobile game. What's that other? Zone isn't the Zone.
Wait. Grand Blue Fantasy is a mobile game.
Yeah. Is it Grand?
Which one?
I thought Grand Blue Fantasy was a mobile game.
No.
Oh, okay.
I might have said that it has systems that are very similar to mobile games, sure. But it being a mobile game, hell no.
Now, what about Zone or Zoneless Zen? The Zoneless
But that's
Zen
a mobile game.
Mm-hmm.
That's a mobile game, absolutely. But
I think that looks awesome.
But it looks fucking awesome. Like this Unending Dawn doesn't give me that awesome feeling.
What's the other game? What's the game that's really big? That's a mobile game. I think this looks cool. I mean, again, I'm not saying it's like a AAA banger, but shit, I would get this game. I would get both of them.
Why?
I don't think it looks trash. Because I think they look good.
But what makes it so special, bro?
If they tried to charge $70 for it, no, okay, yeah. But I think the combat in it looks. I think it just the atmospherics, the combat looks cool. I think that looks cool. Who else agrees with me? It seems like the Chinese know how to use Unreal Engine better than the West. I don't know about that. I just think that because Sony has been assisting them in these games, they're just doing better. That's all. And that's great. Let's see. Muhammad here. All right, I'm gonna get to your comments now, brother. Do you think this month Xbox will be the best selling this month? This is the narrative. I don't think so. I think what's happening, Muhammad, and if I'm wrong, I'll gladly be wrong that Xbox consoles have a pulse. I think what's happening is because of NCAA, which I don't know if you're in the States, Muhammad, or not. NCAA is huge in the States. It is huge. We haven't had one in about 10 years. Me and my business partner were just talking about this last night because we played NCAA more than we played Madden. And it's finally come back out and people like it. They really are like, because people are getting sick and tired of Madden. They're like, it's the same old recycled format, the way to play it and all that other stuff. And this is different in so many ways. People are saying they haven't played it yet. But it's only current gen. So a lot of Xbox people, Muhammad, don't see the reason in leaving Xbox. Why? Because a lot of their stuff was still cross-gen, and the stuff that wasn't cross-gen just wasn't that appealing. And look, on top of that, they gave you the option to play their games via the cloud on the last gen platforms. Like you could play xCloud, even though it's trash. But look, man, let's be real here. If you are an Xbox gamer and all you had was an Xbox One, trash is your middle name. you're in the garbage with the raccoons. I'm sorry, you're pulling out old cheeseburgers out of the garbage with the raccoons. So there was no incentive for you prior to sell your Xbox One and get an Xbox Series until now. So what you're seeing is finally the natural progression of people that liked NCAA sell their Xboxes and get Xbox Series. Sell their Xbox Ones and get Xbox Series. Even though NPD ranks North America, I still don't think, and there's nothing really else that came out in July, I still don't think that enough Xboxes were sold to put them in a better place. If anything, they'll be number two. They might be number two in dollars in units sold. Because here's why I say this. Most of the people that wanted to get into next gen have done it, and they've done it through PlayStation. And a lot of those people abandoned Xbox. See, here's what the Xbox community is doing wrong, in my opinion. And we'll see when the numbers come out. We won't find out for another, because July numbers won't come out until like middle August, right? So we got like a month and a half to find out what the July numbers are at, or about a month to find out what the July numbers are going to be, right? Here's the mistake that PlayStation people are making, or Xbox people are making. They think that people that have PlayStation 4s and people that have Xboxes are both getting an Xbox Series S because it's $300. Let me tell you something. If I still have PlayStation 4, I have a considerable library with PlayStation. I play Fortnite on Play. I do all this stuff on PlayStation. For a measly $100 more, and especially if and then all those PlayStation 4 games for the most part that I'm still playing, I can now play them on my PlayStation 5. You're trying to tell me that for a measly $100, I'm giving up that entire library and I'm going to the Series S, where it's been advertised the Series S is a lower performant machine. I'm giving that up just for NCAA? No. The PlayStation 4 people will upgrade to PlayStation 5. You're not hearing about those upgrades. You're hearing about the Xbox upgrades because it's uncommon since the pandemic to see a swath of people upgrade to Xbox Series. I gave you guys a scenario last show where, say, me and Cold Blood got competing lemonade stands, right? Cold Blood sells about 100 glasses of lemonade a day. I only sell one glass. something happens to, a marathon is coming through our area. Me and Cold Blood are on opposite sides of the street. And so instead of me selling just one glass of lemonade, I sell 2. Cold Blood, instead of him just selling a glass or 100 glasses of lemonade, he sells 125. There's 2 ways to tell this story. It could be, holy cow, Cold Blood is killing it with the new swarm of people in totality that want lemonade because of the marathon. He got an additional 25 that boosts his sales up to 125. I could tell that story, or I could spin it with Xbox creators are good at doing, and I can say MM2K sales of lemonade went up 100%. Both are true, but which one represents what's really going on in totality? And which one is the bigger story? Cold Blood selling 125 glasses of lemonade, or me selling 2? You see what I'm saying? Like, just because the low stock of Xboxes that were on shelves are starting to deplete a little bit, what does that mean? The stock is low. Nobody's hardly buying them anyway. So yeah, if instead of selling 2 consoles a month, you sell 10, what does that mean when PlayStation is selling hundreds of them? And I'm just throwing numbers out there to show you that there is a huge comparison that I think we're going to see when NPD comes out. That I think a story of Xbox just finally selling more than 3 consoles is getting all this attention, and all this is being assessed to it. And all you people that sit there and say, oh, well, I mean, Xbox, all we're saying is Xbox is selling content. No. Like we just saw on a Boomstick clip, one of the guys that was sitting there talking, I saw a clip of him earlier talking about how that PlayStation people are buying the Series S. Instead of upgrading to a PlayStation 5, they're foregoing their whole catalog and they're buying a Series S because of NCAA? Stop it. And then so he wants to get with Boomstick and say, oh no, we're just saying, we're just celebrating the sales increasing. No, that's why I said, that's why we're attacking it. We're attacking it because it's always a precursor to the bigger lie that Xbox is outperforming PlayStation. And that's a falsehood. And why is it important for us to point out that falsehood? Because when you give people a false sense of security when they're trying to make a decision and they're on the fence, if they make that decision based off of bad information they got from you because you have an agenda to pass, well, that makes you crummy. You may not be liable, but that makes you crummy. And I don't want to be someone that's just like, oh, well, whatever. No, I'm here for the consumer. I'm here to let you know that the console status of the Xbox is not stable. You better be in it for cloud gaming. You better be in it for PC gaming. They're thrusting all their power behind that. If you're not in it for cloud gaming or PC gaming, you better forget it. You don't need a console. Oh, that don't mean nothing. Well, why don't they say you don't need a console or a PC? Huh? Why wouldn't they say, if it's all about just the economics of it, why wouldn't they say, oh, you don't need a console or a PC, right? They would just say that. But they're not saying that because they really want to just push you away from the console. Muhammad said, even the sports games are on PlayStation. Yeah. Like, stop. You're not hearing about PlayStations because percentage-wise, the PlayStation bump is going to be smaller because people are always buying PlayStations. But when you look at the raw numbers, I'm betting my hat on that the raw number of PlayStations are still going to surpass the raw number of Xboxes. It's just that this has been the biggest incentive for an Xbox gamer to upgrade to where you've had dozens of incentives Marvel Spider-Man 2, Stellar Blade, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, right? Final Fantasy 16. Like the list just goes on and on and on. You've had no incentive to leave Xbox. What did I say? Through cloud gaming, you could have played Starfield and Redfall on your Xbox One. Yeah, well, it looked trash, MM2K. If I still got an Xbox One in 2024, what the hell do I care about shit looking trash? I don't care. So I'm just going to use xCloud and play the game. You got to look at things from 5,000 feet. So, Coldblood, just to get your final thoughts on this before we go to Marvel Rivals versus Concord. You were impressed with Genoa, but not so much with what's that, Unending Dawn?
Not impressed. I'm just saying one looked good while the other one did.
Okay.
Like, those games, don't expect anything amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, those are fucking China passion projects. Like, those ain't the Lost Soul Aside that actually took fucking forever to be made. There's some cash in from some Chinese developer right now.
I wonder when these games are planning to release. I'm going to say this, that if they release in 2024, that in no way, shape, form, or fashion does it make up for Concord and then the abysmal Q4 that PlayStation is going to have. I'm just caught off guard that, because I like the way both of these games look. I'm just caught off guard that they had something left if both of these games come out in 2024, because I like the way both of them look. That's just me. Let's go to our final section. We want to talk about we want to talk about Coldblood's favorite game. We're going to talk about Concord versus Marvel Rivals, right? So here's the backdrop on this. Marvel Rivals, both Marvel Rivals and Concord had betas in the last month. And particularly, they had betas that are on PC. Now, Marvel Rivals beta on PC, more notably, they just had a closed beta where you had to have a code. Where Concord did have a closed beta where you had to have a code. And they had an open beta where anybody could have just downloaded the game and played it. As you can see in this story right here, Marvel Rivals closed beta saw a peak of players that was about 22 times the size of Concord's open beta. This is brought to you by OpenSandwich.com. And it says the Marvel Rivals closed beta is currently was online. Hold on, what was this? Oh, the Marvel Rivals is currently online, excuse me. Comparing its player counts on Steam to that of the recent Concord beta shows that more people are looking into Marvel's hero shooter than they are PlayStation's take on Destiny's Crucible. As of this writing, the Marvel's closed beta, which requires players to be invited, saw a peak of 52,671 players. Even during the workday, it's sitting at a healthy 21,348. The recent Concord open beta, which absolutely anyone could download and play for free a week ago, peaked at 2,388 players and quickly dropped to about 1,000 for the rest of its play test. Cold blood. This now has a lot of people questioning the viability of Concord. So let me ask you this, my good brother. What does the gap in PC players between a closed beta with Marvel Rivals and an open beta for Concord, what does that tell you about Concord's chances?
Being very slim, bro.
Very slim? Oh, okay.
Yeah, like, come on, who's not seeing it? you really have to be oblivious or what do you call it? Purposely ignorant.
Yeah.
Because ain't no fucking way you don't see how it's a fucking problem right now. If the open beta of a game has, 25 times less players?
Yeah. 22
Bruh.
times, but still, that's crazy.
What are we doing?
Yeah.
Like, there is no cap, bro. This shit ain't surviving if these numbers stay like this at launch.
Now, let me ask you another question. And this kind of ties into what we were talking about earlier with why people that are on Game Pass Ultimate would even care about console Game Pass. It's like you're looking at the entirety of the platform and its survivability. Well, not survivability. PlayStation is not going anywhere, but its stability, right? So let me ask you this question. If you think this is if this question is fair, if you really enjoy the PlayStation platform, even if you played Concord and you liked it, looking at these numbers, shouldn't you still want the game to be delayed or held off until it's in a better state for more people, for it to be more accepting, or do you think that no, if you like it, then just want it? You know what I'm saying? What do you think?
I don't understand the question. like what were you trying to?
So we see people out there that are like, this game is dope and this game is great, but it's very clear that those people are in the minority, right? Like, you see that the majority of people, particularly PC gamers, they're not going to engage with this game because it's missing and needs more work, whatever the case may be. So even if you do like this game, shouldn't you want it to be delayed so it's in its best light forward and it doesn't stain PlayStation or it doesn't become a flop? It becomes something that you're playing and you ain't got to worry about in a month or two of it getting shut down. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to say. Like, shouldn't you want, looking at the reception, shouldn't you want the game to be delayed whether you like it or not?
I mean, why are we playing developer, like, for this game? I don't get it. Like, if the developer says the game is ready and is ready to launch, let them launch it. Like, why do we have to tell them to delay it?
I mean, I get your point. Go ahead. Go ahead.
We are not developers, bro. We are not supposed to tell them what to do with their game.
Mm-hmm.
They should figure it out themselves. And if they figured out, okay, we're ready to launch, this is it, well, then launch it. And you're going to see the results of it.
Yeah. I mean, you have a more fuck around and find out attitude about it. And I think the rest of us are like, come on, man, you got to give us something, man. Like, we're you know, we want something for the holidays. That's why we're, like, to your point, trying to tell the developers what to do with their game. You're right. It's their game. They can do what they want. But we're I don't want to say we're starving, but we're like anxious. We're like, no, this ain't going to be it. But in your mind, you're like, look, let them put it out. Let them find out. Let them fuck up, and let them realize the spoils of their mistake. Which I can respect that opinion. I can respect that opinion. We got a great comment from Chris Coleman. Chris says, why is Marvel, which can sell off the Marvel name alone, being compared to a new IP? How will a delay help Concord? It was fun, and I'm buying it. People who are not interested are most vocal. This is why I don't even think the Marvel name matters in this scenario. If we were talking about a closed beta versus an open beta, that was a difference in like 10,000. Like, let's just say if Concord had an open beta of like 40,000, 30,000 people, and Marvel still had its closed beta of like 50,000. I think that point will be spot on, because it's like, it's the Marvel name. Of course, there's more commercial notoriety or whatever, but men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. This thing, which is an open beta, which PlayStation needs the PC people to really be a part of, this thing plateaued at 2,000. An open beta. That's horrible. On Steam, that is egregious. That's horrible. And that just goes to show you that it's not about, you may have a majority of people that like this or that are open to this, and the minority, it's a vocal minority. I think that your question kind of suggests there's a vocal minority. No, I think it suggests that those numbers show that it's not a vocal minority. Most people don't want this game. Most people are not, do not think this game is appealing, and therefore it's gonna fail. And I think what it is that people like myself, not people like Cold Blood, people like myself who bought a PlayStation console primarily for the PlayStation exclusives, we did so knowing that the holiday season, even when there ain't no banging multiplats out there, I can rely on PlayStation to put out, or at least attempt to put out a banger. And this clearly ain't it. And so you can call it entitlement. Maybe we feel a little bit entitled, but I put my money out there. I'm basing this off of at least 20 years of, not 20 years, 15 years of history with PlayStation. They've always attempted to put out a AAA banger for gamers like me at the holiday season. First time they haven't done it in over 15 years. So I feel slighted. Maybe I am entitled. Maybe I am being a baby. I think I've deserved it. So that's what it is, Chris Coleman. I think you make a great comment. I really do understand where you're coming from, but I think when we really like pull the veil back, there's more to it than just, hey, people like it, so let's just see what it does. No, it's based off these numbers. It's destined to fail, and we just got to accept that. And I don't think people are more or less. I think people are in a state of shock. Like, PlayStation, what are you doing? But there's just so many questions on top of that when it comes to the leadership and all the other stuff, to where people don't, they're confused, they don't understand what's going on. And that's why a lot of people like myself want to put in their input. Why is no one talking about Fragpunk, which is a better game to compare with Concord? Both are new and don't rely on a known IP to carry it. Lots of mobile games have. Well, here's the reason why. Well, no, I think I already explained the reason why. It's the number. It's Concord itself. The Concord numbers themselves, and the fact that Marvel, even though it's a bigger name, PlayStation is a big name too. Look at Ghost of Tsushima. Look at all these games that have come out for PlayStation, and people have flocked to them. So let's not act like PlayStation or seeing PlayStation Studios is like something to sneeze at. People go ape shit, get all creamy knuckle, whatever you want to call it, when they see PlayStation, especially PC people. And now they're getting PlayStation shit day and date. That was a huge reason behind Helldivers' success. So let's not pretend. I mean, I get where you're coming from. I get to where, you know, if Marvel was outperforming Concord like 1.3 to 1, or even 2 to 1, I think you would have a point, Chris. But a 2,000 doing an open beta versus a closed beta, even nah. I can't settle for that. I cannot settle for that. In comparing to Fragpunk, which a lot of gamers have not even heard of, like Concord is in our circle is a well-known game. And because Marvel Arrivals is plotting to come out soon, we just don't have a date yet. That's the argument that we're trying to make is Marvel. That's another argument that we're trying to make. Marvel Rivals is going to steal their thunder. It's going to take potential players away in an extreme fashion. But at the end of the day, I get where Cold Blood is coming from. I think he made a good point. Let them make what they want to make, and I think that's fair. My issue is not, but I'll say this though. Now that I think about it, my issue is not with Firewalk Studios. I think Firewalk Studios did everything that they were supposed to do, and if I don't like the game, that's a me problem. My problem isn't with Firewalk Studios. My problem is not with the developer. My problem is the publisher. The publisher, the platform holder, Sony. We need you to step in like how you stepped in with God of War. Because if this is the holiday game, this ain't it. So my now that I think about it, my rebuttal to Cold Blood's spoken point is that I'm you know what, I'm usually not for the developers' visions being disrupted, but PlayStation is supposed to be a quality control of all quality control. And where was the oversight to say, okay, look, we originally acquired you when we thought we were going to lose Overwatch. Now that we know this isn't the case, this game has to be different. Like, this game has to be different. Where was that oversight? Because they did it with Santa Monica. And when they did it with Santa Monica, we didn't say, oh, just let Santa Monica do what Santa Monica. No, there is a prestige and a brand expectancy when it comes to PlayStation. And I'm not upset with Firewalker Studios. I'm upset with PlayStation not doing the quality control that they should have done, in saying this game should have been different. He said Ghost was fun, but what does a single player mean versus no? It's not. I think you're trying to. Chris. You're pulling things at a micro level and making comparisons at a micro level that don't service the argument. My argument is PlayStation is known for dropping quality during the holiday season. Because they're known for dropping quality, when people see their games coming, even on PC, they get excited. Whether it's the regular single player content in God of War or Horizon or Ghost, or even their new stint towards multiplayer, like Helldivers 2. Whenever you see a PlayStation logo, that's synonymous with quality. This doesn't feel like that it was handled with that same quality expectation from Sony. So it's not about multiplayer versus single player, Marvel versus Concord. It's about quality. This does not feel like that. Now, if this game was coming out at any other time, I wouldn't care. Like, if they dropped this game in March of this year, whatever, But there is also an expectancy for people like me and others that you get that holiday banger. And this was supposed to be our holiday banger. Like, somebody really dropped the ball at PlayStation. And we know they can't just snap a game out of thin air. And I think that's why people like me, to Coldblood's point, are trying to play developer and say, no, put this back in the oven and add this, and this. Because we know that's the quickest way for us to get, what we're looking for. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. PlayStation is moving forward with it. They're not going to stop. And that's their decision. I'm not mad at Firewalk Studios. I feel like they did what they were supposed to do. And for those that enjoy that type of game, that's fine. Whatever. And y'all can enjoy it. My issue is mainly with PlayStation. And where was their oversight to say, Firewalk, this is great that you gave us this. This is all that we asked for before, but things have changed. This has to be different. That's who I'm upset with. Dasimi says, is the rumor that there's going to be an added campaign? And if it's true, that could make a huge difference. That would make a huge difference, but I don't know about that, Dasimi, because what they've said is, like, in that manifesto that they've dropped, they talked about how they were going to do, like, they hinted that the solo participation is in the training modes. Like, get out of here. Yeah. No, and that's the problem. Go ahead. What are you going to say, Coldblood?
Sony didn't have big L's for a while, so.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
They're finally going to get one.
They're going to get one. And it's not over for PlayStation. I'm not saying that at all. I'm asking questions about why they decided to release this game, when they decided to release it. And on top of that, foundationally, I don't know what's coming out next. That's what kind of makes this argument even more impactful, because I don't know what's next. We have no idea what's coming on the horizon for 2025. And we're left with a sour taste in our mouth for 2024. That's going to cause people to I don't want to say panic, but, get antsy. And all about that, this is a summer game. No, that's under the people that are checking for Horizon Zero Dawn, that are checking for Helldivers 2, that are checking for God of War. Those are not the same people consistently checking for Astrobot. Don't get me wrong. Coldblood has schooled me. I get that there is a group of gamers within the PlayStation community, a demographic that was asking for this game, and a lot of them do bleed over into people that like God of War, whatever. But we're talking about the AAA genre-defining banger gamers that, that's what they got a PlayStation for The Last of Us, Ghost of Tsushima. They are not checking in, for the most part. People are not checking for Astrobot. There's nobody I know. Yeah, man, I just beat the shit out of that Spider-Man. Yeah, and yeah, man, I finally touched that Ghost of Tsushima. I can't wait to play Astrobot. Ain't too many of them conversations, Chris. We gotta keep it real. Ain't too many of them conversations, bro. So, but I get your point, and great discussions all together, man. Great discussions. All right, we're getting close to the final hour, and I gotta get ready to get out of here. But this was a hell of a show as always, man. You guys always make it a great show. Believe you me, over the weekend, we're going to get all 63 of our fantastic members. We're going to get you added to the ticker. We're going to get the bars recalibrated so they're showing the right levels. We didn't hit our weekly member goal this week, but we did hit our monthly. We hold on. Where are we at? Let me go back here. I got to see this. Make sure. Okay, so we are at level. Can't see. I'm sorry, y'all. I can't even see. What was that? I think we're doing a $25 or we're doing a 10. Okay, no. We're doing a $10 Discord giveaway next week. So if you're not part of the Discord, you need to join. If you're a member, here's what you need to do if you're a member. If you're a member, you need to link your Discord and you need to link your YouTube account in Discord. Like you go to the settings in Discord and where it says connections, go there and then link your YouTube account, because what happens is that automatically gives you access to our member rooms in the Discord. And that gives you access to the Discord as well. Why is that important? Because we're going to be doing giveaways in the member section of the Discord. That's where this $10 giveaway is going to be done at. Don't miss out on your opportunity. So people like Chris and everybody else that is a member, take advantage of your gifted membership and get in that goddamn Discord. Ice Cream Gaming, same for you, sweetheart. I think Ice Cream is already in there. So, and we didn't reach our bi-weekly goal either. So that means that we capped out at 10. It could have been 25.
The giveaway is $25 of V-Bucks worth, yeah.
Oh shit. Call you on 25 in Call of Duty points. You want to do that shit? Yep. And then we have a monthly goal of hold on. No, we already, okay, so we've already, for the month, when we're going to do a $25 giveaway too. But the next giveaway, I think it's going to be 100. I mean, you know, if we get to 100 members in the next 5 days, it'll be a $50 giveaway. And we do our monthly giveaways around around the 21st. So if you want to participate in that monthly, if you wanted to help boost that monthly giveaway from 25 to 50, if we can get from 63 to 100 members, it'll become a $50 giveaway. We already got a $10 giveaway coming next Friday. Yeah, you guys killed it.
Wait. 25, not 10, right?
No, because they're only at level 2, and they didn't go all the way to level 2. Level 1 was if we got 35, we gave them a $10 Discord giveaway, and in order for them to get to level 2, which was 25, we had to get 55 members. Oh, no. Hold on. No,
we did get 55.
Yeah. Hell, I'm trying to cheat the shit out of you, mother.
You scammed the people.
I'm glad Cold Blood caught that. No, you guys did do it. You guys did do it. Okay, so it's going to be a $25 giveaway next Friday. Sorry about that. God damn it, he caught me. I was going to use that $15 to get me Game Pass. Game Pass. Damn it. I was going to get console Game Pass or standard Game Pass with no day and date. God damn it. Game Pass. Yeah, y'all caught me. Okay, so it's one. So thank you, Cold Blood. I'm glad you caught that shit. $25 gift card in the giveaway next Friday. So please take y'all asses to Discord now. When we end the show, link your what's it called? Link it. Link your Discord and your YouTube so you get access to. And another reason why, before I go, another reason that you're going to do that is we are ultimately leaving the Geeks Discord. I didn't make a public statement on this. I don't think I did. We're leaving Geeks Discord. I want to shout out everybody that was part of the Geeks project. Lo-Fi Monk, N7, and the homie Squids. But yeah, we're going to our participation in the Geeks project. We're going to back away from that. Shout out to those good brothers. And you know, I look forward to working with them in different ways in the future. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we're gonna be moving to another Discord. So in order for you guys that are members now to get access to this new Discord, I need you guys in there now, because it's gonna be an automatic process where it's gonna be an automated process where you just get pushed over to the new Discord. So the sooner that you link that, the sooner you make that possible. It's gonna be a lot more simpler Discord than what we're in now. I mean, this Discord is cool, but it's a little layered for what our needs are. All right. So make sure you make that link so you don't miss no giveaways and you get transferred over to our new Discord. All right. With that said, I'm out of here. Cold Blood, you have any final messages for the people before we roll? Game Pass. No, stop.
No, don't get Game Pass. Like, Game Pass ain't worth it right now, really.
No, it is. No, I agree.
Wait till November.
Yeah. Yep.
Then you get Call of Duty. You get Stalker.
Yep. Avowed.
At least some games. Yeah, maybe Avowed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you can finesse the system.
Yeah. you get all three of those great games for what? For $20. You still can't beat that. So.
No. 20? Yeah.
Game Pass Ultimate. Well, not us. We just got to pay $12.99. I mean $11.99. I'm talking about the console people.
Oh yeah.
But if you guys are smart, this is what you're going to do. If you got an Xbox console, get GeForce Now Ultimate, $50 for 6 months. Then sign up for PC Game Pass, $11.99 a month. And you can still get a bunch of PC Game Pass codes online. Because they're not fucking with that. They're just fucking with Ultimate and console and standard. You can still get PC Game Pass codes rather cheap. So you can get a PC Game Pass code probably under $10. Cheaper than that. So. All right, y'all. We're out of here. We will see you guys Monday with NRO Mic Check, early bird special, and we will have a video. Again, I got another video brewing right now. It's cooking right now. When I get back from this business meeting, I'll be able to put it out there for you guys to enjoy over the weekend. Go ahead.
Wait. We have nothing on the weekend?
I don't know, because I got to do some testing on this weekend, and I don't, and besides that testing, I don't know if I can squeeze anything. I mean, if you want to do like some First Descendant or some shit, that's cool. But outside of that testing, because unfortunately this test, I'm saying unfortunately for a reason. Unfortunately, this test is 4 hours, which that's all I'm going to say right now. So yeah, that's unfortunately going to suck up all my time and shit. But yeah, we're trying to get like community game nights in there, and hopefully we can start the following weekend. But yeah, this weekend I just got killed with this test. 4 hours. So I don't know if Cold Blood is going to do something, but if he does, he'll let you know. Stay tuned. We'll put it out there on YouTube and Twitter. With that said, we will wrap to you guys either over the weekend or on Monday. Peace.